Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. This is Miss Volman reporting from her kitchen table. It's a little bit different than a classroom. So today we are going to do revisions on your Peter Pan graphic organizer. And I want you to just have fun with this. Don't stress out. Like I said, I'm not there to help you, right beside you, and this is a lot different, and this isn't a grade, so you can't really do anything wrong, you can't mess up, you're not going to fail. So this actually is a great time to just have fun with it. Let your imagination run wild. Try to stick to the parameters I give you, but if you don't, it's really okay. So you need your chapter 12 and the scene you chose and your graphic organizer. Okay. And remember today when we make our scene revisions, you're basically just adding detail, okay? Or changing some of the details that were in your scene. Please refer back to your Purple Student Workbook and look at the scene changes from Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens so that you kind of have a general idea. Miss Woman's going to do her scene as well. But remember, we're not supposed to be changing the plot of this. So it's not that the Lost Boys aren't getting captured. It's not, that Peter Pan or Hook isn't trying to poison Peter Pan. We're not changing anything about the plot. We're just changing the details so that everything that comes after the story is still the same. So Miss Woman's going to read her scene that I chose again, just to remind you guys. And then I'm going to tell you about the revisions and edits that I've made. I'll show you my graphic organizer afterwards so you can see it. It's very hard for Miss Woman to do this and show you. So I'm going to do it on my graphic organizer, and then I'll show you the edits that I've made, okay? For once, Peter wasn't pretending. He was unaware of what was happening up above. He believed that the Indians had won the battle and that the Lost Boys had gone up to celebrate with them. He was happy for the Indians, but the Lost Boys were going to leave him, and Peter didn't feel like celebrating. Oh, he had pretended not to care, but he was very sad. And when he got sad, he got sleepy. Today, he was so sleepy that he didn't even dream. It was in this sad, deep, dreamless sleep that Hook found Peter, and he stood over the bed and looked down. Hook felt slightly sorry for the boy. After all, Peter wasn't only a child, and Hook wasn't completely evil. Miss Woman added that last little part there because in order for me to make my scene revision, I needed a little bit more. And if you need to add or subtract some parts of the scene that you chose, again, feel free to do so. So I think one of the main revisions that I'm going to make to my scene is it says that Peter wasn't pretending to sleep. And so because Peter isn't pretending to sleep, he's actually in this really deep sleep. It's that he is not aware that Hook is poisoning him. And because he's not aware that Hook is poisoning him, Tinkerbell ends up having to save him by drinking the water. And then Peter gets all the children of the world to help save Tinkerbell by clapping and saying they believe in fairies. But I'm going to change the part where Peter wasn't pretending to sleep, and I'm going to change it to he is pretending to be asleep. And this kind of fits Peter's character. We know that he is a very silly, playful boy. He likes to play tricks. He doesn't take anything seriously. So I'm going to change it to where Peter was pretending to sleep, and because he is pretending to sleep, he actually hears Hook sneak down and say his plan out loud to poison Peter. And so that way when Peter wakes up, he automatically is just going to not drink the water, and so he still doesn't get poisoned. Tinkerbell is still alive, but we kind of skip out on that whole part where she almost dies and then she's back to life. But I want you to understand that even though I'm changing this part, it doesn't change the plot. So the original plot, Peter is sleeping, Hook poisons his water, Tinkerbell saves Peter Pan by drinking the poison water, and then Peter saves Tinkerbell because he gets all the children of the world to clap and believe in fairies. Tinkerbell is still alive, Peter Pan's still alive, they all go off to fight Hook. Miss Volman's revision is going to be that Peter Pan is pretending to sleep. he hears Hook put the poison in his water and he knows his evil plan. He wakes up and doesn't drink the water automatically, just dumps it out onto the floor or something. And Peter Pan is still alive. Tinkerbell is still alive because she didn't even have to try to save him. And they both go off to fight Hook. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm very quickly going to make edits to my graphic organizer, and I think I'm actually going to put a picture of it when I'm done on the Google Classroom with this video so that you understand. Again, I told you another really great place. So my changes for me are going to come in the middle where it says describe the problem. One change will be what are they like? So he's not really sleeping, he's pretending to sleep. I'm going to add quite a few more details here. Remember I said for most of you, this is where most of your scene revisions will come. It will be so easy for you to add extra dialogue, extra feelings, extra actions, okay? And we're going to talk about how to actually input dialogue. You'll have a whole dialogue lesson with me, but right now we're just focusing on the graphic organizers. You don't have to worry about quotations or anything like that. We're just worrying about the graphic organizer today and your changes. And then obviously my resolution will be a little bit different over here because Tinkerbell, my resolution over here was that Tinkerbell saves Peter by drinking the poisoned water, but that won't need to happen anymore because Peter is aware of Hook's plan and he knocks the water off the table when he wakes up. And again, both Peter is alive, Tinkerbell is alive, and the plot has not changed, just some details in the plot. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please respond to the video on Google Classroom. Don't respond on YouTube because I'm not really familiar with all that. And I don't even think you can comment on YouTube yet. So comment in Google Classroom, tell me what exactly it is that you are struggling with understanding. And then you can even send me a picture too of your graphic organizer. You can have your parents email it to me, or you can take a picture and I think you can attach it to the Google Classroom. But again, have fun with this, okay? Don't stress about, are my revisions good enough? Is this right? Because again, it's not graded. You know, I know I'm not there right beside you to help you and give you immediate feedback. So just have fun with it. I can't wait to see the scene revisions that you do. Please, I think tomorrow or Friday, I'll actually make a Flipgrid of us sharing some of the revisions that we did so that we can all hear the different ways that we've changed this story. So I hope this makes sense, and I will make the edits to my graphic organizer and I will post them for you to see shortly. Okay?